Hello, my name is Raimey, and not gonna lie, I am doing this video because I love books and I love booktubers and I love watching videos about books and I love book talk. I just love books. So today I thought maybe I would start my own book channel. So I figured we would start off with something pretty basic. I am gonna do a book haul of the books I've recently purchased, and then I kind of wanted to show you guys my reading journal as well, because I've gotten a lot of inspiration from other booktubers. I thought I would share what I'm currently doing for a reading journal. So let's get into it. Sorry, this is gonna be weird. It's gonna be really weird. Just warning you. Just to let you know. To start off on the book haul, I went to Barnes & Noble. The beautiful Barnes & Noble. The holy grail of book hauls. Oh my gosh, I couldn't remember the word. Okay. I got 2 books this time. I will show you the book and then we can go over the synopsis and maybe why I picked it out and why I thought it was gonna be interesting. So to start out with, I got The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea. It is a fantasy book. I'm not sure if it's YA or not. I can look it up. I'm curious. It just says it's fantasy fiction, so I don't think this one's YA, but I can't remember who I was recently watching that said that they were either gonna read this book or that they had and it was really good, but I had recently seen it and it kind of jumped out at me while I was there, and the cover is amazing. The spine is beautiful. The back is beautiful. I only saw that they had it in a hard copy currently because I'm pretty sure it's a new release. We can look at it without the jacket as well. It's just blue. The spine is really pretty. And yeah, but I just love the cover art. Okay, so let's read the synopsis. It says, "Don't chase fate, let fate chase you. Deadly storms have ravaged Mina's homeland for generations. Her people believe in the sea god. Once their protector, now curses them. Each year, a beautiful maiden is sacrificed to the sea in hopes of appeasing him. Many believe that Shim Cheong, I am probably butchering that name, so I apologize. The most beautiful girl in the village." Oh, so Shim is the most beautiful girl in the village, and the beloved of Mina's older brother, June, may be the one to finally end the suffering. But on the night Cheong is to be sacrificed, June follows her out to the sea, knowing that to interfere is a death sentence. To save her brother, Mina throws herself into the water instead of her brother. Swept away to the spirit realm, Mina seeks out the sea god, only to find him caught in an enchanted sleep. With the help of a mysterious young man and a motley crew of demons and spirits, Mina sets out to wake the sea god and bring an end to the killer storm once and for all. But a human cannot live long in the land of spirits, and there are those who would do anything to keep the sea god from waking. I thought it sounded so good. And okay, I might just be totally missing it, but apparently this book is a retelling of a classic story. This was on the retellings table in the front of Barnes, and on the back it says, "A beautiful, mesmerizing retelling I wish I had when I was growing up." Genuinely could not tell you. So if you want to tell me what the retelling of this story is in the comments, I would be curious, because I could not put my finger on it just based off of the summary in the book. Yeah, but I'm very excited to read this. This is on my TBR for probably next month because I am currently knee deep into a book right now. Another book that I got at Barnes is called That Sounds Fun, which is not a book that I would typically pick up, but it really jumped out at me. Well, one, the cover is so cute. Like, it has all these like little details. Like, I just thought it was so cute. What caught my eye was literally just these words right here. It says, "The joys of being an amateur, the power of falling in love, and why you need a hobby," which I have been struggling with purpose and like figuring out like what I'm supposed to do with my life. I'm sure I'm not alone in that. And for some reason, this book just like jumped out at me and I felt like I needed to take it home with me. So I'm really hoping that this can just give me a little inspiration for what my next move in life is. So a little self-help book, I guess you could classify this as. That was my second pickup from Barnes today. I'm excited to kind of dive into this on the side of my like more traditional reading that I typically do. I'm curious to see what the, oh, it's cute. It's just like black. I like it. And I also liked too, just right off the bat, inside the book, when you first open it up, it shows like, I don't know if this is like podcast listeners, I'm assuming, or like friends and family, or probably all of the above, but it shows like people's like what they think is fun, like on the inside cover of the book. Like it says caramel macchiato and coloring, and friends, food, dancing in pajamas, crafting pretty things. So like it has all kinds of like inspo for fun. I'm really excited to dive into this book, and I probably will do lots of annotating for this one. So I'm really excited for that. I'm not like a super big annotator, but I feel like this book calls for that. And then books that I have recently picked up that were not from Barnes. I actually got them at the thrift store, which I was so surprised about. And I genuinely, like, I have been so like disconnected. I didn't even realize what I had found until I got home and I kind of did some like looking on it. Genuinely, it was just the back of these books that hooked me. So anyway, so the first one that I got at the thrift store is The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. And this one is by Stuart Turton. Stuart. This book for 99 cents at my local thrift store, which I was very excited about, and it just seemed really interesting. So let's read the back. It says, Evelyn Hardcastle will die every day until Aidan Bishop can identify her killer and break the cycle. But every time the day begins again, Aidan wakes up in the body of a different guest, and some of his hosts are more helpful than others. So it seems super intriguing. I have always really liked like Groundhog Day type stories. And it kind of reminded me of that movie that came out where, okay, it kind of reminded me of a mix of two. It kind of reminded me of Happy Death Day, where like she's trying to figure out her killer. And then also that movie, I can't remember what it's called, but it's about love and the person wakes up in a different body every day. So it kind of reminds me of like if you were to take both of those movies and like squish them together, that would be this book. So yeah, I really don't know much more about this book. I'm curious to know what genre this is. But I've seen, since I picked it up, I've seen a few people talk about this like on Book Talk. I didn't even like realize it was that popular of a book, but I think that's super cool. Ooh, this is the Amazon review. The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle is a breathlessly addictive, locked room mystery that follows one man's race against time to find a killer, with an astonishing time-turning twist that means nothing and no one are quite what they seem. Very cool. So this is considered a murder mystery novel. So I don't think I've read a murder mystery novel recently. I'm really curious to read this, so this will be coming up. And lastly, I got this book as well at the thrift store, and I was so excited. But same with The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, I did not know anything about this book. I had not seen anything about this book, and I can't believe like that I hadn't, but I think it was because I was really into like a romance phase. Like I was into romance, so all of the recs that I was getting were romance. And I recently read the Daughter of the Pirate King duology, which apparently there's also a third book coming out in November of 2023, which I am very excited about. And I was like, oh man, like I am on a fantasy kick right now. Like give me all the fantasy recs. I want to know. And I got this book, Dance of Thieves. I am currently reading this book. I am maybe like 200 pages into this book right now. I'm actually reading it on my Kindle. Thank you for fixing the camera. You're the best. I appreciate you. Bye. Wow. We had a malfunction with a technology, to say the least. The memory card slot like would not let the memory card go in, and I ran out of space on the memory card that I was using, and so I went to go put in a new memory card and it would not go in to save my life. So I had to recruit the husband. He helped me, got it figured out. It took like almost 45 minutes to figure it out and get it fixed. But now we got a new memory card in and we're good. We are set to finish this video. Thank goodness. First YouTube video props, I guess. I don't know. So I left off with Dance of Thieves. I can't remember exactly where I left off, to be completely honest, but I was saying something about that I'm reading this on Kindle. I bought this book at the thrift store for like 99 cents. Did not know what it was. And I saw that it was on Kindle Unlimited, but I am still excited to own the physical copy, and I've kind of bounced back and forth between reading the physical copy and reading it on my Kindle. But I'm not gonna lie, I am in my Kindle era. Like I have been loving reading on my Kindle because I read a lot at night, so I can be like curled up, just like Kindle. It's great. And I've been really enjoying Kindle Unlimited. So I am about 200 pages into this currently, and I am really enjoying it thus far, but I will read the synopsis for you. It says, a stunning new adventure set in the kingdoms of the Remnant. A formidable outlaw family that claims to be the first among nations. A son destined to lead thrust suddenly into power. 3 fierce young women of the I think it's Ratan, the Queen's premier guard. A legendary street thief leading a mission determined to prove herself. A dark side that is a threat to the entire continent. When outlaw leader meets Can I read? Oh my gosh, I can read, I promise I can read. When outlaw leader meets reformed thief, accountant. Last try. When outlaw leader meets reformed thief, a cat and mouse game of false moves ensues, bringing them intimately together in a battle that may cost them their lives and their hearts. Okay, loving this so far. Not gonna lie though, like obviously the first like little bit of the book is a lot of world building. Sometimes I struggle in that parts of books, but for the most part, the world building was pretty minimal compared to some other books that I've read, where it really got into the story pretty quickly. Obviously, I understand that that's necessary to understand the rest of the story, but stick with it because this book is getting so good. And I'm so excited that it's a duology, and I am so excited to read the second one, which is Vow of Thieves.
On the back right here, really small.
I just can't believe that I picked this up at the thrift store for 99 cents. But I'm so excited. And I'm excited that I'm gonna own the physical copy because I kind of decided that books that I read on Kindle, if I love them, I want to go out and buy the physical copy of them. And I'm already on the road to loving this book. And I already have the physical copy. So we're set. So this is my last book that I've hauled recently. So I'm excited to finish off Dance of Thieves. I'm excited to dive into these other books. I think the next book that I'm going to dive into is going to be this one. I'm just really excited about it. The book cover just is so aesthetic to me and so inspiring. The synopsis sounds amazing. And yeah, I'm just in the fantasy mood right now. So I think that's probably going to be my next read, as well as whatever book club decides, because I am in a book club with my close friends and we have been reading some good stories. Next on the list, I wanted to show you guys my reading journal. It's very cute. This was actually just a journal that I had lying around. I actually bought this for a friend as like a gift, and then I wound up giving them something else, and so I just had this journal lying around. I put a different front on it and then I repurposed it into my reading journal. So here we have the first page, which is kind of like what I want this journal to be. It's very simple, and I can just read what I wrote that I want this journal to kind of outline. So it says, I wanted to start this journal to begin documenting the books I read over the years to come. While I have read books prior to 2022, I figured I'd have to start documenting somewhere. I have always loved reading, but recently it feels like I want to devour books. So true. There are so many amazing books out there. I am curious to see how my reading habits change, ebb and flow over the years. I am curious to see what genre becomes my favorite, what author speaks to me the best, and what story sticks with me the longest. I am excited to see what books I dive into, and I am looking forward to sharing this journal with others who love to read. Y'all, I need more people in my life that love to read. Okay, so that's part of also the reason why I'm doing this, because I want to get to know other people that love reading as much as I do, and I love sharing books and talking about books and just like gabbing about books and like being like, oh my gosh, can you believe this happened? Like, I need people to talk to. So that is also some reasoning behind this whole thing. I was really inspired by the like cover tracking, I guess. Thus far, I decided that I was just gonna track like my overall year of books and not start the month to month until January of 2023. So I kind of just wanted to do 2022, lay out the books that I've read, and then my ratings for them are under the books. So far this year, which at the beginning of the year, I was not really reading as much as I am now, but so far I have read 9 books that I have documented here, and then I have finished one other one. I finished The Lying Game, which was my book club book for this month. And then I am about to, I know that I'm gonna finish this obviously by 2022, and then hopefully I'll be on a roll and be able to like finish a few books before the end of the year. But we can just do a quick overview. So for 2022 so far, I have read Verity by Colleen Hoover. Amazing book, like seriously amazing book. This was my first Colleen Hoover book. Her writing is impeccable, it's incredible, it's amazing. I'm curious to read one of her other more traditional love stories. Like, I'm curious to see if I'm gonna like it as much. I read the first Harry Potter book, The Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I am a huge Harry Potter fan, but I feel like a little bit of a fraud because I have never read the books. So it is my mission this year to at least get most of the Harry Potter series done. This was such a surprise to me, but this one, The Tanglewood Tea Shop by Lilac Mills, was my first free book when I got my Kindle, and it surprised me. It was quite like, I guess, closed door romance, so there wasn't any smut or anything. It was just a very sweet story. The setting is in like Europe, and like a small town in Europe. It's very like quaint, like, I don't know, I just really enjoyed this story. Then me and the rest of the world, okay, I read the Summer I Turned Pretty series. I was in the minority that I did not rate it as a young teen, and it is like my best friend's, like one of her favorite teen series from when she was a teen, and so she tasked me with reading it this summer. So I read all 3 books. I also watched the show and I very much enjoyed the show. I am so excited for the 2nd season of the show to come out, especially now that I know the rest of the story and what's to come. I'm very excited. Our first book club book that we decided to read for our first month of book club was The Friend Zone. I thought the story was really cute and I really liked the characters. The main character was not like just the traditional like hot girl, perfect girl, like that girl, blah blah blah. Like she had like some sort of like endometriosis, PCOS, whatever, and had like tons of period problems. I appreciated the diversity in main characters and I appreciated the way that the author wrote about it. I thought it was pretty important to have a character that had those struggles. The only reason why I gave it a 4 out of 5 was, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil it, but a lot of the conflict was due to lack of communication, and that frustrated me as a reader because it felt like if that wasn't a thing, then there would be no story. But I gave it like a 3 out of 5, 4 out of 5 stars. Overall, I still really like the story. And then the last 2 that I read that are on here besides Lying Game that I already finished is The Daughter of the Pirate King and The Daughter of the Siren Queen. Trisha Levenseller, okay? She has my freaking heart, okay? She ignited the fire for my recent obsession in fantasy. I think I read the pair of them in like 3 days, which is very fast for me, and wow. Like, I did not want it to be over. I did not want it to be done. I enjoyed the story so much. I enjoyed the characters so much. I loved having a strong female lead, and she was so powerful and so strong and so amazing. Wow. It was like she embodied all of the main characters of Pirates of the Caribbean. And then the story was like such good pirate vibes. Like, wow. I did not know like how badly I was craving a pirate story. Like, I love Pirates of the Caribbean. I love it so much. Obsessed. And this just filled a void that I didn't even know was there. So glad that I stumbled upon them. Almost positive that they were on Kindle Unlimited as well. So if you have Kindle Unlimited, please run. Please read them. Please let me know what you thought. I would love to chat to someone about Daughter of the Pirate King. I have been telling everyone to read it. I told everyone in my book club to read it. I told my dad to read it because he loves fantasy books. I literally have been telling everyone to read it. I think that is all for the first book, or for the first booktube video. I am just so curious to see if I stick with this. I think I will because I am in like such a reading like time right now. I'm so excited to finish out this year and see everything that I read. And I think that I'm gonna probably do a September TBR. I'm going to maybe do a reading vlog for Dance of Thieves and then whatever I read next. So yeah, let me know if there are any special requests, any books that you would like my opinion on or like me to read. Any recommendations are more than welcome. Like, please give me any recommendations you have. And if you have read any of the books that I listed in my reading journal, I would love to chat to you about them. I love talking about books. My husband gets the 411 on all of the books that I'm reading, and I make him sit and listen to the entire plot and the entire story. Anyway, I'm excited to see where this goes, what this new chapter is, and I would love to make some amazing book friends. And yeah, happy reading. Bye.